Hi, I'm Tristan, and this is Thinking About Politics. So today, we continue our analysis of claims of voter irregularities in the 2020 election, specifically in Maricopa County, Arizona. The last few videos, we've been examining this fraudulent audit that's going on, or the Fraudit, as some have taken to calling it. And, there are many ways to tell that this is an illegitimate process, from the fact that it is a partisan endeavor, from the fact that it has made no attempts to appear impartial, to the funding of this thing alone, all raise really dangerous red flags. One of the issues people keep raising for me is the idea that the previous audits that were done either didn't exist or were somehow illegitimate. So today, we're going to start a couple episodes where we're just going to go ahead and read the existing audits and just kind of see what they say and see what the officials said about them. And here's my challenge to folks who believe there was fraud in the 2020 election. An audit was conducted. Professionals who do this for a living tell us that there was no evidence of irregularities. You either have to provide me evidence that, one, I should not trust those specific individuals, or two, I don't know what two is. I guess that they were wrong? I don't know. Anyway, before I get started, why don't you go ahead and take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button. Drop us a comment. Let us know how you're living. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try to share my screen. I'm just going to put the audit up first. Now, there were 3 audits. Up first, let's take a look at the Maricopa County state-required hand recount. All right, so what you should see on screen here is the Maricopa County hand count audit report. This is pursuant to a state law here. They have to conduct a hand count of early ballot audit for November. 2% of the polling places were counted as required by statute, which amounted to 4 polling places out of 175. So this tells us that unlike the current CyberNinja's recount, members of the 3 political parties in Arizona were present at the recount. And this is important for the appearance of impartiality and for actual impartiality. Remember, not only does an audit have to be impartial, it also has to look impartial for people to trust it. See, over 5,000 ballots were audited per state law. The early ballot vote consisted of 26 batches, which was at least 1 batch from every machine used for tabulation. Each batch contained approximately 200 early ballots. There was a little over 1.9 million early ballots cast in Maricopa County for November 3rd, 2020. So again, I know people are going to want to point to these numbers and say, hey, look, you're not getting anywhere near this total number. But again, it's what they're looking for here. They're trying to determine whether or not there was an error with the machine, so that if when they count something by hand doesn't match what they counted by the machine. So this shows you that they audited different types of races. We're mainly concerned with this president one, because nobody is concerned that any other race was thrown off by this fraud. Only the president was affected somehow. Here we go. This is the aggregate vote center hand count report. So this is from all precincts. And let's just scroll through this for a little bit. Let's see what the audit found. Race was president. Here are the precincts. Here are the number of ballots counted. Here's the number of ballots counted by the machine. Okay. So far, so good. Now let's go down and see if we can't find or it breaks out by candidate. Well, before we get there, here's the early ballot audit hand count report in the aggregate from all batches. And you see that the hand count matches the machine count. The difference is 0. So the machines and the hands are counting the same amount of ballots. So that's a good sign. We're off to a good start here. All right. So now, here we get to the optical scan ballots. Before, it was just looking at, hey, did we get the right number of ballots? Now we're going to say, hey, did they count who got who correctly? Well, the president in the Trinity Bible Church, Trump Pence, got 397 from the hands, 397 from the machine, difference of 0. Biden Harris got a 73 from the hands, 73 from the machine, difference of 0. Jorgensen and Cohen. Hands said 7. Machines said 7. Man, Biden did terrible there. So, look. They're counting the same. Let's keep going. Let's look at some of these other places. Here's ASU Polytechnic. 511, 511, 0. 200, 200, 0. 18, 18, 0. Zeros. So the machines are counting accurately. 163, 1630. You can go through all of these on your own. I'm going to leave a link in the description here. Turf Paradise, 0. Early voting audit. So now we're looking at the early voting stuff. Oh, look, Biden did a lot better with early voting. That tracks from what we know. Another 75, 75, 0. 118, 118, 0. 2, 2, 0. No difference between what the hands are counting and what the machines are counting. Again, look, there's a lot of zeros here. 105, 105, 0. 3, 3, 0. Batch 47. 155, 155, 0. Oh, look at that. Trump did really good there. Nobody's saying that was fraud, are they? Biden-Harris, 31, 31, 0. So I don't mean to belabor the point here. 111, 111, 0. 0, 0, 0. It seems from the comments that I really need to drive home the point here. Folks went out and counted these things. At least that's what they're telling us. And what they counted by hand matches exactly what they counted by machine. 106, 106, 0. 92, 92, 0. Look at all these. Look at all those. Going on in batch 34. Oh, look. Another match. Batch 37. They match too. Oh boy, I'm catching a theme here. Do you guys get this? Batch 31. Batch 26. Batch 36. Batch 29. Batch 45. Batch 27. Batch 10. Batch 15. Batch 49. Batch 16. So look, 0. 0 variance in any of this. 0. So look, that was the actual hand recount of ballots in Maricopa County right after the election. There might be valid criticisms. Hey, they only did 5,000 votes. Well, okay. Tell me why that's inadequate. Tell me why you have to review every vote to pick up evidence of fraud. You know, if you confirm that the hand counters count matches the machine count, I mean, what's the worry? I heard it was that machines are changing votes. Doesn't seem to be the case. So is it that you think extra ballots were added? Because then you could just look at the voter rolls and figure that one out real quick. So I'm not sure what the issue is now. Please highlight it for me. And look, not for nothing, but I mean, these folks have put a lot of detail in here. They put a lot of detail that you could pin them on if they're lying about something. Go and pin them if they're lying. But if you're going to say that folks are lying, if you're going to say that this is an invalid exercise, if you're going to say that there's fraud, I really need you to be specific. Who is doing the fraud? What is the fraud that they're doing? It doesn't seem to me I've been able to get a straight answer out of anyone who supports this audit. And that's troubling, because I'm honestly trying to find evidence. Like, I'm really trying to find hard claims of fraud to examine. And I can't. I literally can't find them. I'm stuck reading the audit reports that the county produced. If you have something more engaging for me to review, please, I'm begging for it. So we're going to take a break on the 5th of July. We're going to read the Declaration of Independence. But after that, we're going to spend the rest of the week reading the other 2 audit reports. So I hope you'll keep watching. And I hope by the end of it, you'll see that there is a lot of information out there about how these audits were conducted, about what they looked for, about, how they can kind of show that there's no evidence of irregularity. And I think after these next 2 audits, you'll really see they dig deep into the machines. And I don't know what your concerns are if after reading these reports you're still worried. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for me. I hope you all have a great 4th of July. It's my favorite holiday, America's birthday, and we're gonna celebrate on Monday together. So until then,
I ain't got
keep
time
thinking.
to kiss you now. I'm busy with this music.